Welcome to the Flipstas podcast. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Cody. We're your hosts, and we're going to teach you how to resell. Let's get right into it. This is going to be our first episode. So we're going to talk about our beginning. We started because Tyler and I both had an interest in entrepreneurship from a very young age. I actually have a piece of paper in eyesight talking about our first little venture we had. Here, let me go grab that real quick. So this is for Snack Shack. You remember this?
I remember Snack Shack. That was way back in the day when we were on our bikes.
Yeah, we would ride bikes around and we had a wagon. All right, let's look at this. We had a contract. At the top of the contract, it says, will not be inappropriate, spelled so bad, INNIPROPRATE, and will not cuss for no reason. We all signed it, and we had a Snack Shack and, for whatever reason, a password, I guess. I don't know what that was for. Then we had our menu. We had drinks. We had some Kool-Aid, some water, and some soda. Look, I think that meant you and Austin were taking. Tyler and Austin. Austin's our brother. And Zach was also involved in this. He's another one of our brothers. So I think you and Austin were doing the drinks. Food, we had the Easy Bake oven coming from that, and candy. So we had Easy Bake and candy, along with Kool-Aid, water, and soda.
And then we sold some bouquets of flowers we picked.
We just picking those off the side of the street?
We sold some airsoft bullets, wooden spears. That would be our best sellers. Were wooden spears, actually. And we sold pencils and pens. So
I think the airsoft bullets, didn't we? Those are the ones
we picked them up off the ground after we used them.
We picked them out of the driveway crack after we had used them. So they were used airsoft bullets.
Good price, though.
And then we had desserts. We had popsicles and cakes. I guess the cakes are coming from the Easy Bake. I don't know where we were getting cakes from.
Then we went on some. We had a few names. We had our bad name. We rated it bad. Our bad name was the food station.
Right above the food station, we have Med Food Express.
That's our medium name.
Our medium name was just Food Express. It was our medium.
I feel like that's worse than the food station, to be honest.
I don't think I'd ever go to Food Express.
And then the good one was Food on the Go. That was good.
So let's take a little break from our things. We can see here, and we'll go into this deeper, how we've evolved since then. Because we chose our good name as Food on the Go.
Food on the Go.
Food on the Go was the best we could come up with back in the day. I don't know if the names and checks are like, if people agree or if that's what they do.
I think that's our initials when we agreed on our name. Which I think we ended up going with Snack Shack.
Yeah, because we have Snack Shack, Snack Club, Food on the Ride. Oh, even better. And Sugar Shack. Even we all know that's already a place. There's stuff on the. Oh, we have votes on who voted for the most. What is this?
Oh,
good kid Grace. What is it?
Great questions.
No, that says. Yeah, that says great questions
and hard trier. You have to be all three of those. You have to be a good kid, great questions, and a hard trier to be qualified to work at the Snack Shack.
If you look at it, Austin was missing a check. He was missing a good kid, but he had double down
on great questions.
Double down on the great questions. I like it. So Austin came in third. I don't know what those mean. Second, I don't know, but let's move on. Okay, not now. We're getting to our paying, our pledge mottos, and our advertising.
So our employees would be making $1, and then us, we would be making $2.50.
And we're not really clear on if that was per hour, per sale, but it's just a
$1. If you worked for us, you made $1 your entire career. That was your salary.
You go $1. Our pledge. I'm going to read the pledge right now. If the cashier fails to give the receipt, if the cashier fails to give you your receipt, your meal's free. So I guess we had good morals back in the day.
Yeah,
go with that. All right, what is the motto?
The motto: to make ends meet, we're going to hire some people and fire some people. That's our motto.
We are hardballing it. We're not playing around with this. We're gonna make money.
If you're not fit, if you're not a good kid, you're not a good trier, and your questions just straight up suck. I mean, we're gonna have to lay you off easy as that.
But if somebody walks up and they're asking the right questions, they're gonna get hired because we're gonna fire and we're gonna hire
to make ends meet.
That's how we do. All right, and advertising. This is my favorite part of it, the whole thing. I think when I found this in my attic. I don't know. I told you about this when I brought it over. I found it in my attic probably a year ago. When I went up there looking for something I'd forgotten when we moved. Advertising. Big sign.
Big sign. Not a medium sign, not a small sign. Big sign.
A big sign. You know what? You see those billboards on the side of 95? That's nothing. We're going to have
a big sign.
We're getting a big sign. And then flyers on the stop sign. See, that would be good advertising. I don't know what we were thinking with big sign. Well, we're going to walk around with a big sign.
We're gonna
walk around like, look at our big sign. We're here to sell you some Kool-Aid and Easy Bake candy. That's how we're going to do it.
And water.
And some water. You can't forget the water. Well, so that was a little side note we want to go into because I remember we had that. That was our first documented, I guess, entrepreneurial mission.
And all jokes aside, we did this years ago. So I don't know, we were 10 maybe. And 10. All jokes aside, you see how much detail went into this, how much work we actually put into this, and how serious we were being about starting our first business, Snack Shack, Meals on Wheels, whatever we called it.
Yeah, and even though it's funny to look back now, you got to take it into consideration that we were putting in the effort back then, and showing that we were so into it shows why we could succeed now, why we could make this happen. Seeing that, it's jogged my memory. I found something else that I had. This was from more recent, but still a long time ago. You can see my handwriting changed. I read all this, and it's much better now. These are, oh my gosh, this was from S&P Graphics.
Oh yeah,
have S&P Graphics. We have. This was also from job details for one item. Remember expenses
we were trying to make a budget.
Yeah, we had the budget going, our options. Let me pull all this stuff out real quick. I mean, we have the Chesterfield County application for business license right here, all filled out, ready to go. We were talking
2015.
Oh yeah, there we go. 2015. That's when this was. This was only 3 years ago. I knew this one was more recent.
Honestly, did not seem like that long.
No, it seemed a lot more recent, but I can't believe it's been 3 years since we did all that. I remember specifically doing that.
And in between the Snack Shack and S&P Graphics, we had probably 20 different things.
Oh my god, more than that. We've constantly been coming up with things, and I think this reselling is the first thing that really stuck because we saw a lot of success really quick in it. And we'll get more into that in a few minutes. But I wanted to go into this. Here are our packets. We printed out packets. This was for social media management.
Oh
we
yeah,
could actually might still be able to use these. I forgot we had these. We had a Twitter. This is our what's included with social media management. And I mean, this is a 3 or 4 page packet. Now, it's a 2-page packet that you had completely typed up. And we have our startup fees on Twitter, the tweets and how many we're going to do, Instagram startup, Facebook startup, and post on both of those. And we have a whole pricing spreadsheet talking about packages.
Yeah, the standard package, the bronze package, silver, and gold.
And the prices went up, and there were discounts and everything. Payments and everything, and this was a really detailed for this eyeballing. We didn't do much research. I mean, I know you did some. I know you talked about you did a decent amount on it, but this was pretty in depth for eyeballing it and going just like off the bat. We have a bunch of packets here. We'll keep those and look at those. Those are funny. And then here's another thing: the rent-a-clothes. Remember that when you rent if you just needed clothes to go out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a buy. You can buy them, but you could also rent pieces. Upcharges if you like holes and tears and burns and stuff. And then we had all of the items we're going to use, expenses for the social media management, job details. This was just like odd jobs that we could do to make money to finance all of this stuff. And then we have our business license and all the circuit court, all the steps we needed to do it, tax information. God, we had this stuff lined out. And see, one thing I want to bring up this. This is probably the most important thing you're going to learn in this episode, and maybe the most important thing that you'll learn in any episode of any podcast you listen to about starting your own business. And it's something that Tyler and I talk about all the time. It's the fact that you're going to come up with ton of ideas. I mean, a shitload of ideas. And a lot of them, almost all of them are going to completely fall off or fail. You can't get discouraged by that. We're looking back at this, and here, I mean, the Snack Shack thing, obviously we were 10. That was never going anywhere. That was just because we were in the spirit. But all this stuff we're looking back on right now from 2015, it really could have gone somewhere, and it had potential, but it fell off for whatever reason. Whether it's you lose motivation, which just shows it's not what you need to be doing, or it's just not working out. And it's fine, because that was in 2015. We're ending 2018. Right now, it's the 30th of December, 2018. And we have made, since we started reselling,
we've been making
like $10,000 worth of sales since
we
started reselling.
Steady, like, our eBay's showing roughly 2,000 every 60 days, and we're keeping that constant. So
yeah,
you're thinking about 1,000 a month on eBay alone. We're selling Poshmark. We're selling
Mercari.
Yeah.
So we're making sales constantly now, and we're making money, and it's a good feeling. I'm so glad I thought about this, because we're looking back on it now and saying, we had all these ideas, they didn't go anywhere, but that's okay, because it just showed that we were there and we had the spirit, and it kept us motivated. One thing, and I'm sure you agree with me, is my favorite thing to do is just brainstorm ideas.
Oh, 100%.
We just do it all the time. We just come up with...
It gets so exciting.
Yeah.
We just keep going and going.
You get so
we get
amped.
so hyped.
And that's how we end up with this. I have literally a file folder, like one of those big things with the strings, the rubber band strings that wrap around it to keep it closed, the old school file folders, sitting in front of me with all this in it. Because we were just jotting down stuff, because we get so amped, we run up stuff, and we realize, man, that maybe that's not what we wanted to do, but we get so amped on it for a week. And what you need to do is get amped on everything you can, because one time it'll click, and you'll be like, I love this. I'm having so much fun. This is working, and this is what I want to do. And I think that's what happened with reselling. I think that's why we've been so successful.
The number one thing that I've heard from everyone constantly, I've had multiple people tell me this, consistency. Consistency is key. So, like, with a lot of these things, or let's just go back to when we first started with buying and reselling things. We would go to Goodwill and go through their like miscellaneous items section. And I remember the first two or three purchases we made. We bought a Find It little handheld shake-up game.
I forgot about that.
And we bought it for like, I don't know, $2.50 or something.
Sold it for 10.
We ended up selling it for 10. I think we after fees and shipping,
we
and
did.
everything
We lost 15
done,
cents. That was the first thing we sold.
We lost 15 cents, and that took at least a month to sell on eBay.
Yeah.
At least a month. We bought that. We bought a Berlin like velvet cup. I don't think we've ever. I think we still have that.
We sold it for like $30.
Did we sell it? We ended up selling that.
No. We discounted it. I think we sold it at like $10 or $15. We had it listed for $60 for at least 6 months.
Yeah, we saw it sell one time on eBay for $60, and we bought it. We're like, dang, this cup's only $1. We should definitely buy this. And I mean, that ended up sitting for months. We ended up getting one offer on it, and then we sold it immediately.
Yeah, and so we'll go in later episodes about like what makes a good buy and this, but
consistency.
Yeah.
We bought those first few items, and we weren't getting many sales, but we kept with it, and we kept doing more research and kept buying more things and kept buying and reselling and buying and reselling, and now we're making constant sales daily.
Yeah, and that's the point of consistency. It's not really so everyone's like consistent. Get a habit going. It's good to get habits going. That's beautiful if you can do that. Some people have really hard times. I have a really hard time getting habits going. Whether it's working out, whether it's eating right consistently, whether it's getting up at the same time every day. I'm not big on habits. And it's fine as long as you find something to be consistent in. And we were consistent and always trying to get something going. I think that's our biggest strength, and that's why we're able to do this. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing. I don't want to say lacking, because I think everyone has the consistency in them. They just have to find what they can be consistent with. If you can find one thing, it'll snowball into a lot of other things. So just keep on going. If you're passionate about something, who cares how out of reach it is? Who cares how extreme it is? If you want to start a skateboard brand, if you want to start a vinyl brand, something, anything, it doesn't matter. Just come up with everything, every idea you have, come up. If it turns out to be a bad idea, store it away so you can go look at it later in the day, later in your life. But just constantly try. That's all it takes is effort. You'll find something. You will find something. As clearly we have. We've found something.
You know what I just remembered?
Hmm.
We were back on the social media management thing. We were with that for like a month maybe.
That was a bigger idea,
and
it progressed.
honestly, we might be able to still do something with that. But I remember going up to a truck. We went up to a truck. I don't remember what it was. They were selling food.
You're right.
Do you remember what that was?
I don't remember what truck it was.
And they didn't have any social media. They didn't have any websites.
We sat there and we like parked and like Googled it right there and then walked over like, hey, you guys want us to look? And they said no, but it was like
that day we went to
oh my God.
So many different.
We just drove around to places.
We went to
so
many different places. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That was so funny. Yeah. We just went around and just started asking people if they wanted us to.
What's the worst they can say? No.
Yeah. See, that's my biggest thing.
You get one hit. You get one. I mean, the first time selling something, the first time we ever sold something, it felt so freaking great.
God. I was at my grandpa's. I was sitting. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I had just gotten up because we were about to go fishing. I was sitting there. I was having a glass of coffee. Sun shining in the big windows. It was warm. That thing popped up on my phone. I freaked out.
It was the Find It game. It was the Find It game that we bought from Goodwill.
I freaked out. I mean, it said it sold for like $11.99 or something. I jumped up, I ran back and got my computer, I flipped that thing open, I started doing everything, setting up PayPals, figuring out how to get all the money, figuring out how much we made. I saw that we lost 15 cents, but I was like, I don't even care, this was our first sale. I was texting you furiously, like, dude, did you see that? We finally sold something, we just started this and we sold something. Oh my God, it was a magical feeling. And
it was crazy. So it's not like, it doesn't have to be just buying and reselling things. It's whatever you want to do.
Your first move is big.
The first customer you get, the first client you get, the first deal you make, the first whatever it is, it'll feel incredible and it'll make you want to keep going and keep.
Oh my God,
keep pushing.
See, and that's I kind of hinted at this earlier, and it's gaining your first success is what really solidifies it. I think that's why we had a hard.
It's hard to get the.
Oh my God! See, that's where you need the consistency because you have to keep trying things. Because with all these things we have. And this one from 2015 was just one of, these are only documented samples. We have tons others, and if we think of them, we'll just shout them out during it. But they were all very slow, and they didn't have a lot of successes, and that's why they fell off. One that we had going for a while was really big. I actually still have it, and I'm going to keep them forever for memories, is I worked at a dry cleaners, and my bosses loved me, absolutely loved me, and they loved Tyler too because he'd always come in and we'd talk to them about business and stuff. And we got going on
yeah.
the cleaners, yeah. We got going on like doing pickup and delivery at houses and stuff. We designed bags. Tyler came up with a brilliant design for a logo. It was awesome. We came up with the bags. Ordered them. I have them under my bed because we never actually went into
it. You have all the bags still?
I have all the bags under my bed right now.
We had flyers.
Yeah, we had flyers. Those are all over there. We have the little square reader from it. We have the website. The website's probably still up.
Oh, I bet it's still gets traffic. I bet it's still
gets traffic. If you go look at it, it should be bestcleanersrva.com. If anybody wants to go check it out, that's the first website we ever designed. It should still be up.
It was a learning curve.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, as it is with anything. But it'll probably be up for a little bit longer. I'm not. No, it's
no. I typed it in wrong.
Oh, let's see. Maybe it's not up anymore.
Anyway,
she may have canceled it, but either way, it was it was awesome doing that and that feeling of having bags ordered. But one thing you do have to be careful about is jumping in and ordering stuff before you know that you're going to have customers.
It's like losses.
Yeah, which is what we did there. And we did that with everything we resell now. We're still learning. Like, I want everyone to understand that we're kind of taking you on our journey through this. We're pretty set in it. Like, we have a foot in the door, definitely. Probably half the body in the door.
Just towards the beginning.
Yeah. We're still trying to get in the doorway. We still got a foot out on the porch. And we want to take you on this journey. But we also want to document how we got started because we have that pretty on lock. We got that on lock.
We do have that on lock.
And so we want everyone else. We want everyone else to be able to start, and we want to run you through our troubles and where we're trying to go from there. So, Tyler, I think what we should take them through is our thought process through the beginning and how we really got into this.
So how did we really get into this? That's a good question. It's a thing you and I have always wanted. We're both attending VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, right now. We're both business majors, minor in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, we came here because of the business opportunities of being in the city. But I think where it really started was when we were talking. I was talking with our friends Will and Clayton about reselling cars. We were so big into cars, and we were thinking, okay, cars are a little much. What about motorcycles? We were like, motorcycles are more affordable.
And that's, we were thinking about that at the start, and that's still our goal. That's
Yeah,
something we're actually planning on moving into as 2019 starts. That's something we're planning on moving into.
Yeah,
this
we
year.
would like to do that. We just need to make sure we have the capital and everything, which being able to make these decisions and wait until we have the capital is an awesome thing.
Yep.
Because we'd always jump into stuff so early back in when we first started doing things, and now we think everything through, and it's really made a huge difference from all the experience. We have so little experience compared to many people out there, but the amount, just every little thing adds on to itself and makes you 1,000% smarter every time you learn anything. So we talk about motorcycles and cars, and we were like, okay, we can't afford a motorcycle right now. We can't afford that investment in case something goes wrong. So let's start with something smaller. And I think all we did was Google and say, hey,
best things to buy and resell.
Yeah, that's what we did. We said best things to buy and resell. And we were like, okay, how do you resell? Where do you go? We're like, all right, let's just try Goodwill. We know Goodwill's cheap. We know there's a ton of them local. We can go there. And we went. And we looked around, and like Tyler said, we found the shake it up, find it tube of stuff. I mean, it had like a toothpick and a freaking paper clip and stuff in it. We got the Berlin porcelain cup, and we got one of those like Atari plug into your TV sticks.
And by the way, quick side note: board games are a horrible thing to buy and resell. they are terrible with holding their value. They're board games. Everyone has them. You can find them anywhere. Nobody wants to buy a used board game for the full price.
Oh yeah, no one will ever buy a used board game. If you see one that's unwrapped at all, don't buy it. It's a terrible idea.
But anyways, back to what you were saying.
Yeah, one of the little things we learned. So, we bought those few little things, and they were sitting there. Nothing was selling. We were sitting there, and it was you that brought it up, and you're like, "This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Why are we doing it?" And I don't remember how you started it, but you were talking about, you were like, what if we start looking more specifically for things rather than just going out there and looking?
Yeah, we'll focus on a certain market.
Yeah, and you were like, okay, let's focus on a market. And we were like, okay, that's a great idea. We sat down and we were like, all right, what the hell are we going to focus on? We're sitting there, what are we going to focus on? And we happened to, the best thing you can do, never take it for granted, is when people offer you free stuff. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how great that is. We've sold china from family members that they're trying to get rid of for over $100. We sell stuff that's for free all the time. That's really how we got started. You remember, I don't know if I called you or texted you, but I was like, dude, I got this N64 from Steve.
I do remember that.
We brought that thing back. Steve's my stepdad. He said we could sell his N64. I was looking through our attic, and I was like, dude, look at this. What if I sell this? And I Googled it I went on eBay and I looked it up. I was like, oh, these things are like $50. I'm going to ask him when we have it. And so my stepdad, he's really, really solid in business. So I took it down. I was like, hey, can we have this and sell it? He was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, okay. He was like, for 30%. And I was like, all right, well, there we go.
We're talking. Now, yeah. There's the catch.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, because now I know it's real and you're actually good with it. And so I brought it home, and Tyler and I listed. We tested it, made sure everything worked, cleaned all the games.
Having a good time playing the...
Oh my God, it was awesome. We played it for so long. It was so fun, because I'm going to admit this. I was 18 when this happened. I had never played an N64. I've played like every game you can think of, and played probably 10 or 15 actual N64s, like different ones at this point. I actually have one sitting over there right now. Hey, if anybody wants a jungle green N64, this is a shameless plug right now. It's on our eBay at the Flipstas. Go check it out. But anyways, we
link in bio.
Yeah, link in bio. Check it out. You'll want it. It's rare.
Anyway,
it's nice.
Anyways, give it.
So we brought it home. We checked it out, and we listed it. And what was it? It was 20 minutes.
Less than 15. Definitely less than 15.
Less than 15 minutes. This thing sold for $50, and the money went straight to our account, and they paid shipping for it too. And we were like, what is going on?
So we had like $70.
Yeah. We're like, what is going on? $70 just dropped into our PayPal account. All we have to do is pack this up and pay for shipping, and we get that $50. We're like, okay, we found our market.
Keep in mind, before this, we sold a freaking Find It, Shake Up, like I don't even know what to call it, a shake-up little find it game that we sold for $11 and we were hype on. We lost 15 cents.
I had never seen one before.
So just imagine after that sale, how hype we got off an $11 sale that we actually lost money on technically. How hype we got when we sold something for $70.
That we didn't pay anything for. We just had to give Steve some money. We had to pay for the shipping, which the guy had already paid for, so we just make the, $50, $55 we listed it for, and it was a done deal within 15 minutes. We were like, there is our market. That is what we need to do. And so
this can be a whole nother episode because we got so much to talk about, but that's moving into this market and focusing on buying and reselling of all sorts of video game consoles.
We're going to talk about how we got
so much information.
Man, video games is what really got us started, and so we want to talk about it because, and we don't want to say that this is the market you should move into. Not at all. You need to move into what you're comfortable with. We were comfortable with video games. So we were comfortable with how electronics worked. We knew that they held their value. We knew that they gained value as they got older. And we knew that it was a good idea to go into it, especially after one sold in 15 minutes. We're like, this is perfect. Now, one thing I will say is that I think the N64 is the best-selling console out there on eBay, without a doubt in my mind. Yeah. That thing sells so fast, so quick.
Every single time.
We did just sell a PSP today, actually. I listed it, and within 3 minutes it sold, which is kind of crazy. It sold for $50. But the N64s have consistently been the best things. If I see one, and they're tanks too, they never break.
Yeah,
they always
I don't think
work.
we came across a broken
No,
one.
and we've had tons of them.
We've
They've
been
never
missing
broken.
like back little trim pieces, but nothing. I mean,
they always work. The one thing you do have to look out for is the controllers, the analog stick. If they're not sticky, if they kind of like flop, people don't want them. But you can sell the console itself for $30 easy. So what we want to talk about in the next episode, which we'll kind of hint at right now, but we're going to get in depth, is how to choose a market, how to focus on that market, your options of where to get things for those markets. Because what we found out really early on is, we've been walking around Goodwill. We've gone 3 times this week and we haven't bought anything because there's nothing of value here because we don't know what we're looking for and we don't know where to look. And we'll get into where to look and the best places to look, how to find things, how to price things. Man, we have so much to talk about. And I'm really excited for this episode and to keep going with this podcast. I'm so excited to have this podcast. Tyler and I have been so hyped up about it because we have so much information to share and things to teach, because what we really want and what we get from all the people on Instagram and stuff is motivation and just helping people. Like, I don't understand how people can be selfish. You see people that don't tell you their secrets and don't help. Who cares what your secrets are? They're not your secrets. People will figure them out eventually.
Pay $79.99 a month for our motivation course, and we'll give you the secrets on buying and reselling certain products.
No, what we want you to do is just subscribe to our podcast so you can learn. We're going to eventually get up YouTube videos. We'll do some videos so we can actually show you guys what we're talking about. We'll get those up and going soon. We just need a camera. That's our biggest issue right now. And we want everyone to be able to learn. We want everyone to go out to their local stores and buy things and resell things. We want you to be independent.
And there's so many markets out there. There's
there's
collectibles like Star Wars, Star Trek, Hess trucks. I got a few of those.
You can buy stamps. You can buy coins. You can buy mail. I
was in a stamp club in 5th grade. I have so many stamps. We should sell those. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Thank you, guys. I want to thank the audience right now for helping us come up with selling stamps. And I also want to thank you for tuning in today. I think we're going to go ahead and close it now. We're hitting right around the 30-minute mark. I think that's where we're going to aim for our podcast to be, because we want you guys to be interested and be able to listen through. But we understand that you don't have an entire day to listen to us ramble on. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want you to subscribe. Make sure you tune in next week because we have plenty more information to share. We have a lot of stuff coming at you. So it is Cody, and I'm going to be signing out.
And this is Tyler. Thank you for listening to the Flipstas. We'll see you next week.